We were somewhere around Barstow, on the edge of the desert, when the drugs began to take hold.
Everybody has their own. Nobody locked up. Everybody is free to roam.
Moving over this and over this. You cannot be feeling this.
Oh man, everybody joined us again this week. Hey everybody, welcome. Hey, I'm Uncle Frank, as everybody might know if you've tuned in before. And let me do this introduction proper. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Hang. I present to you your hosts for today. He is a content creator, a live streamer, and rapper. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. J.R. Butcher. And your host for today, he is a stand-up comedian, content creator, wrestling historian, and undefeated wrestler. Ladies and gentlemen, El Jefe, Alex Jaffe.
And our special guest for today is the owner, operator, curator of Cosmic Horrorshow, Angela, and I can't remember how to pronounce your last name.
That's okay. Hello.
And our announcer is the father that makes the ladies holler, Uncle Frank.
Thanks so much.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Father's Day, and yeah, shout out to all you other motherfuckers on Father's Day. So.
Heck yeah. Oh, you know what that means. Strain of the week time. What are you guys all smoking?
Well, my bong is loaded with gelonade on the bottom, gelonade flour, and then I've got electric cherry bubble hash, grape gas temple ball, and sour diesel keef. This thing is that'll knock your dick in the dirt. Shout out to the flower bowl.
What up with you, Angela? What are you smoking on today?
I've been smoking this lemon cherry gelato, and it says it's sativa, but it's like super purple, so it's confusing, but it's super bomb.
Awesome. Very, very awesome. Now, most of the stuff, besides what Angela's got, we're coming from 315 Inkster Road in Inkster, Michigan, the Flower Bowl. If you go over there, your first visit, 30% off, and if you fill out a review, you get a free pre-roll. And today, I'm smoking on Gorilla Glue number 4, and it's a highly potent hybrid. It's a cannabis strain, and its effects and whatnot. Let's see how. Kind of makes you a bit messed up. But anyhow, the lineage is Sour Dove and Chocolate Diesel. It's an indica leading hybrid, and it's pungent, earthly, sour diesel, and subtle chocolate overtones, and it'll get you there. And on top of that, we've been dealing with this right here. What do you think of this stuff right here, JR? Do you have a matching?
I am enjoying the shit out of that.
Okay, what this is they've got a special going on over at the Flower Bowl. 7 grams of keef for $17. So everything that I've been rolling, I've been throwing this Sour D keef on top of it. Again, you can find all this over at 315 Inkster Road in Inkster, Michigan, the Flower Bowl. Tell Sal that we sent you here from the Hang, and you do us a great favor. And again, 30% off your first visit.
And if you fill out a review, don't you get a free pre-roll?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And
yeah.
It's funny, man. We've been pushing it so much. JR was right on the address when he came to visit the other day. So I guess that makes me a hell of a pitch, man, if he can fucking remember the address off the top of his head. So.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. So you want to get into the wrestling matches?
Yeah. Go ahead and get this
Okay. Well, I brought a wrestling match. It is featuring Lufisto, and I can't remember the other place. Oh, sorry, another person off the top of my head. But it's a pretty cool match.
Now explain to everybody why you might be a little preoccupied right now.
Yeah. Well, I'm standing out here in front of the Hook and Ladder Theater in sunny Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm getting ready to perform in a one-night stand-up comedy competition with Pot. So I'm not stoned now, but I will be in a couple hours.
I can understand he hasn't been training for this event the way some of us professionals do.
No. Not at all.
So a lot of this could be really off the top of his head and out the top of his head, depending how deep he goes. So we have Lufisto here, and a lot of people might not understand. Female Canadian deathmatch wrestler who I've seen actually wrestle against Necro as well.
Didn't she even break her hand on Necro's face?
Yeah. We might later on have a different subject about breaking stuff in Necro's head and face, but we'll possibly get into that later.
At this point, Necro's basically an honorary Samoan.
Beyond that, don't ask the Samoans.
Lufisto is an absolute badass, and she is a trendsetter for like women, especially in the deathmatch scene in Canada. She actually took it to court because they actually had a ban on like intergender wrestling in Canada. Correct?
Very possible.
I think it was Stranglemania or Bloody Mania.
Mm-hmm.
That show was like one of the first shows that was like legalized. Correct?
That could be.
Yeah.
That's why you're the historian on this show, sir.
Yeah, well, I mean, like she's absolutely fearless, and she's only like 5'3". I saw her wrestle live for the first time maybe a year or two ago, and that was like the first time that she was ever wrestling in Minnesota, which is just an absolute travesty because she is just awesome. And then things happened, and I don't think that she's wrestling right now, or she might be on like an extended hiatus, but I wish her the best.
Yeah, I had seen, it wasn't too many years ago that she was inducted into the Hardcore Hall of Fame, wasn't it? Or the Deathmatch Hall of Fame?
It's hard to keep track of all these Hall of Fames.
Yeah, I thought she might have been inducted in that GCW Deathmatch Hall of Fame not too long ago.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm having a hard time seeing this on my screen. I think, is that cheerleader Melissa or is that Sarah? No, that's Sarah Del Rey.
Sarah Del Rey, yeah.
Yeah. Sarah Del Rey is one of the women wrestlers that, like, for a while, like, probably one of the best female wrestlers in the world. And she was a trainer in the WWE. I'm not quite sure if she still is. She had one hell of a career, spanning like Shimmer, Ring of Honor, Chikara, you name it. She's probably wrestled there on the indies. Once again, the fact that like she never wrestled for WWE or in a major way for Ring of Honor or TNA, at least to my knowledge, once again, complete travesty.
Yeah, on a personal note about her, during WrestleMania week in Orlando, this was 9 years ago, 10 years ago, maybe. She really was super, super nice to my niece. My niece has Down syndrome, and a lot of the ladies from Shimmer really went out of their way to be super nice to my niece, and she was one of the ladies, so I can't say enough good things about her.
So yeah, JR, Angela, are you guys familiar with Del Rey or Lufisto?
Lufisto for sure. A little bit of Del Rey, but I'm not like super familiar with her. I've just seen a couple matches here and there with her in there.
I'm not at all, but they seem to be kicking ass. It's a pretty good match.
For sure.
And it looks like Lufisto was in the CZW Hall of Fame, the Canadian Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame, and then Indie Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Okay, it was the CZW one that I remember that was most recent, not GCW then.
Yeah.
And if memory serves, Lufisto was the first woman to ever hold the CZW Iron Man Championship.
Right on. He uses that term "memory serves" like a flex on me, ladies and gentlemen, because he has brain damage, and it's he's like, his memory serves me correctly. That's a hell of a flex, sir. Way to go.
Oh, yeah.
You'll catch him later on waving at a guy without a hand, just showing off.
I can't remember the promotion that this took place in. Might say it on the bottom right of the screen, but if this is Shimmer, this was the Berwyn Eagles Club, which unfortunately doesn't do pro wrestling anymore.
Yeah, it's Shimmer in 2010.
Yeah.
Okay, right on. Dave Prazak, a guy with a wonderful, wonderful history in the business, and I go back many years with Dave, and a wonderful guy who had such a great promotion in Shimmer. He helped a lot of ladies out.
So it was the first round of the tournament for the Femme Fatales Championship in 2000.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I mean, like Dave Prazak did a whole bunch for women's wrestling. During Shimmer, there was one of those wrestling organizations that was built off of DVD sales. So what they would do is in the spring and in the fall, they would fly all these women in, and they would do like maybe 4 shows in a weekend.
Right on.
So then maybe they would do a show like WrestleMania weekend or whatever, but usually it was like 4 shows on like in the spring and the fall, because so then that way, airfare wouldn't be like canceled because of winter storms and all that sort of stuff. And so then that way they would have like 8 releases per year. I was there what turned out to be their last filming, and that was just 2 shows on a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But Dave Prazak's awesome, and he's one hell of a commentator also. I would actually put him above Joey Styles. And I believe he cut his teeth in IWA Mid-South.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. As I said, more along the lines of the person that Dave is. During that WrestleMania weekend, you've got independent shows that go on all around. If anybody understands the wrestling business, every promotion tries to go out of their way to have a show within that region where WrestleMania is going on during that week. And
I'm really hoping AEW does something next year when WrestleMania is not, because we're not going to have that next year.
Yeah,
next year it's in Saudi Arabia.
Oh,
or whatever.
Right on.
Yeah,
but
WrestleMania is not in the U.S. next year. So
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying that right there. What's going to happen to all of that? I mean, that's usually. I know people that go to WrestleMania don't actually go to WrestleMania. They just go to the everything around because there's so many shows to go to in whatever place WrestleMania is at. But
yeah, but with all the chaos, with all of that going on and confusion, Prazak went out of his way to make sure, as I said, that my niece, Dr. Bud, and myself, we were all set up. We didn't have any problems going in, hanging out, and anything else. And that's because of the guy, Dave Prazak, and the guy that he is. So, again, shout out to Dave Prazak and former Shimmer promotion. You guys really went out of your way to make my niece and Dr. Bud, and myself feel welcome. So thank you again.
Right.
Sticking to a body part. This is a nice throwback in the rest.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a little while since I've seen somebody really work. I don't know. I guess I see it every once in a while, but not as much as you used to.
What is the weirdest body part that you've seen worked during a match?
The gooch.
What match was that?
He's going back to
You have
the gooch.
quite a few. I've seen like I don't know staples to the gooch. Usually,
Yeah.
usually it's staples to the gooch.
I'm just picturing someone's like they're working over the left pinky fingernail or whatever. It's like, oh no, not the left pinky fingernail.
She went right to the gooch, ladies and gentlemen. She's like,
How do you top that? How do you top that?
You can't.
do a swan song on that, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm sure Jeff Hardy's attempted that.
It's a gooch bomb.
The Gucci Conrana.
Yeah.
Better tuck your chin on that one.
You gotta really tuck your chin. Like a deep tuck.
Yeah, but I heard that's the way necks get broken. I said necks, not Ned's. Necks.
Next, okay.
We'll get an interpreter in here for non-juggalos and juggalettes later.
Yeah.
No, just let them wonder.
I was gonna say I could put it across the bottom of the screen. You know, like, do you guys ever watch what was the Locked Up or whatever? Every time they'd be like shank, it'd be all something stupid. Too,
Little
like,
interpretation.
Shank. Yeah, like a shank is a knife made by. You know.
Holy shit! I've never seen that show, so I can just imagine shank in the description. Is that the way it goes?
Yeah,
I mean,
every time like a prisoner was talking, they'd like use slang. They'd like define it for them.
No.
It's just always funny because I'm like, who doesn't understand what all these slang is? You know what I mean? It's not even like anything too hard.
If anybody ever asks me again why I do not watch television, this will be my reference. They had to fucking put a definition of shank on TV. For the imprisoned impaired.
Imprisoned impaired.
Fuck.
I kind of want to see what their definition of jankum is.
When things go really wrong.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, like, I want to know if there's a booth one. Like, I'll have to cut to that if there is. If I find it.
You want to know if there's a what?
One for boofing.
Oh yeah,
Like if
probably.
If it ever came up.
How you get things for free at the gathering?
I know people who have offered and done this, so from what I hear.
Wait a minute. You're talking about me.
Alex, you booped something? Was it worth it?
No comment? Yeah. The funniest part was like afterwards, they're like, "Cool." They handed me the item. Then I tried handing back their item, and they're like, "No." And then I'm like, "Ah!" And they're like, "Ah!" And I just throw it over yonder. They're like, "What the fuck? That's by my tent."
They say the difference between kinky and perverted is kinky. She'll tickle your asshole with a feather, and perverted, she'll use the whole fucking chicken. So, and we'll leave it at that, somewhere in between.
Oh shit! This wild shit happens at the gathering.
Darn tune.
What about Las Vegas?
Some wild shit happens at Camp AAB. Come see us. A3 specifically. Talk to Ricky.
I remember last year.
The dick around.
I remember last year at the gathering, I was doing a shoot with a certain type of content creator, and then all of a sudden I hear a commotion, and a certain person was getting chased down and getting the boots taken to him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Gotta love Juggalo justice.
I thought it might have been for a refusal of something of some sort, but okay.
Nah, apparently, supposedly the dude was on some creep stuff, and Juggalos don't play like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 2 years ago, the guy that was fucking had the ecstasy that had fentanyl in it.
Yep.
But cops rolled up to him on the ground and said, "What happened here?" "Oh, he's selling shit with fentanyl in it," and they arrested him.
Yep.
They didn't even care about who kicked his ass.
No, Willie Bubba's ass.
Yep.
So that should discourage anybody who might want to try some of that shit at the gathering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Highly discouraged.
Now, understand, I'm a pacifist, but not everybody else is. All right.
Exactly.
Wishing.
Yeah. They call it wishing well because they wish a motherfucker well.
I'm just taking a little rip off that old school hash, the little pen that the little piece that comes with it. I think it's handy.
Right.
Yeah, in the 2 gram pack, it comes with a little glass piece, 2 gram temple ball.
Yeah.
This year, the gathering is going to be in a new location just south of the Ozarks.
I'm excited. Something new, something different.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Legend Valley, but it's gonna be nice to have a little change because the last couple of gatherings have felt very, very to the point where it's kind of hard to differentiate sometimes what year some of the things happen because
it's the same location. But on the plus side, though, it's like you can find your way around really easy.
Yeah,
like I could basically sleepwalk my way back to camp. It was great.
Yep. I mean, we knew right where we were going to be. Now it's a.
Yeah, from what I understand, they're doing the clowns literally have paid for a lot of renovations on the ground.
Yep, ever there for roads and everything.
Jesus,
supposed to be more convenient.
Yeah, I am going to say this though. Like I know it's like on a waterfront right by like a river or some sort of a stream, and I don't know. It kind of almost seems like a bad idea, Yeah,
I don't know, man, because Cave and Rock was right on the river as well, and that was a blast.
That's good to hear. That Cave and Rock was slightly before my time.
Yeah,
they had also had water that people swam on the grounds that it was affectionately called Lake Hepatitis. That's how far back I go a little bit. But
last year I said I wish we could go back to Cave and Rock, and while we can't, still we're getting somewhere new with some water and stuff, and that's one of the things I really wanted. It's always so hot at the gathering, so
yeah. I mean, I will say this though, for Legend Valley, not much shade.
Yeah, it looks like we can have some shade here.
Yeah, and again, this should completely be a whole different vibe, and the vibe switched when we went from different places as well. From when we went from Cave and Rock over to Legend Valley, it became a whole different vibe then. So I'm anxious to see how the vibe is out there.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, not to mention, I'm excited to meet more Southern Juggalos.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, though, it was like when it was Ohio or whatever, you see a lot of Ohio people or whatever.
Yeah.
And
so
it's
like Missouri and surrounding area Juggalos. I know I'm hearing a lot of them that are very excited. I'm friends with several of them. Shout out Shovel and Ticklemonster.
Oh, for sure. Because it's like a 12-hour drive, to Ohio. It's probably like a 9 for Missouri or whatever. But, let's face it, though, most people, once it gets past about 10 hours, though, it's just not accessible.
I'm going from 4 hours to 12.
Yeah.
But I'm still excited. Screw it. I would probably go anywhere to gather though. So. Yeah.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry, I was just brain farted on that one. I swear I'm not smoking, at least not yet.
Let's try to gently poke you.
See, ladies and gentlemen, this is why we take
practicing?
turns hosting, and this is for real. I wanted to jump in and say something, hey man, but no, I'm sitting back. This is where are we going, Alex? You're the host.
Oh
here.
yeah, sorry, my bad. So why don't we hit up the JCW commercial and hear about Kendo's match of the week?
JCW Lunacy. New episodes every Thursday night at 7 p.m. on YouTube. For over 25 years, JCW has delivered the very best in pro wrestling entertainment, bringing fans deep storytelling drama, gut-busting comedy, and unbelievable in-ring action. From wild characters to unforgettable rivalries, JCW has built a legacy that spans generations of fans. Whether you've been watching since day one or you're brand new to the chaos, there's never been a better time to join the madness. See why JCW is the hottest promotion in independent wrestling today, where anything can happen, and usually does.
Take a look at this!
Don't miss a single moment. Tune in every Thursday night at 7 p.m. on YouTube and catch up on past episodes right now. JCW Lunacy. It's more than wrestling, it's a way of life.
Welcome back to the 5th installment of Kendo's Pick. This week's match is from Bloody Mania 5, which took place at the Gathering of the Juggalos 2011. This match featured two WWE, or ex-WWE superstars, I should say, Zach Gowen and Eugene. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so a little bit of catch up on this match, just a brief little history on it, I guess you would say. They actually did a pretty good lead up to this match, heading into the Gathering that year. Basically, the premise of it was Zach Gowen and Eugene were a tag team, pretty good tag team as well. I don't recall if they ever won the titles or not. I think they might have, but don't quote me on that. Anyway, so the lead up to this match was obviously they were a tag team, and the tag team ended up breaking up, I do believe, because Eugene was trying to use some unhonorable methods of winning matches, and Zach Gowen was just not into that. So it ended up turning into heat, which turned into a rivalry, and that led us right here to Bloody Mania 5. And it was a pretty good match. Eugene and Zach Gowen, they put on a pretty good match. It's very impressive how Zach Gowen can get around the ring very well and do some of the maneuvers that he does. But enough about that. Zach Gowen with some impressive offense. Eugene's wanting to take a timeout. He's trying to get the fuck out of there. Funny thing is, you might not be able to see me, but right over there in that fucking corner, you can see Roddy Hogan. I'm like 3 people down from Roddy Hogan. Rest in peace, Roddy, by the way. Eugene there with some stiff shots. Again, so Eugene's going to be the bad guy in this one, leading into this match. they were a tag team and he was doing some unhonorable stuff to get the wins, cheating, if you will. So he's pretty much going to do what he can here in this match and see what he can get away with. Grab Zach Gallen by the one leg, big fucking drop there. It looks like I only get the one count there. So again, Eugene dragging him around in the corner there, always ignoring the referee's say, I guess. I don't know, just ignoring the ref in general. Yeah, see, referee trying to tell him, mind the count, keep him out of the fucking corner. Turn the fucking blind eye to being the genuine good guy that he's always been. And this is the evil side of Eugene. I don't know if you would call it a single leg Boston crab. Spins him around there, nice little helicopter. I think he gets himself dizzy in the process, so I don't know who got the worst of that one. Again, looks like Eugene's gonna take him back to the corner. Got him up, going up to the second rope there. Looks like he's gonna do a big time backdrop almost, but Zach Gallen reverses it. Flips him around for a power bomb there. Now this is funny. Yeah, here we go. I do remember this spot because the ref conveniently was right there. Zach Gallen with a nice little cutter there. Is that gonna go up? Oh yeah, there we go. Yep. And this is what I was talking about earlier, man. Some of the stuff Zach Gallen would be doing with just one leg is so impressive. Eugene is now back to his feet. Bam, stiff shot. I do believe that Eugene might have used brass knuckles there. I think so. I think he did. Yeah, right there. And yeah, so yeah, the referee sees it now, and think. Oh no, I'm wrong. Yeah, he does. I should have stuck with my first instinct. Yeah, the referee reverses the decision, so Zach Gallen ends up winning the match. All right, so that's going to wrap up another week. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. If you want to see the full episode, head on over to the Prolo Productions website. Until next week, I am Kendo. Back to you guys.
And we're back. All right. That was quite a match. What was your favorite part? That was mine too. So, who brought music?
Wait a second. I brought music today.
Fantastic. At least one of us is on the ball.
Would you believe that we're really well organized here, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah. Got our shit together real well.
Professionals.
The music I brought, and every week you get to hear these guys when we go into our strain of the week, and it's the Hooligans. Originally, I knew them as Fams and the Hooligans, but now they're known as the Hooligans out of West Virginia. And if you've been to the gathering, you've seen them perform at the gathering. These guys are really, really awesome. Again, I found this video hilarious because they're from West Virginia. And if you listen, you're like, get the fuck out of here. So if you would pull up the video, JR. Those of us old enough to remember Jazzercise.
Hey, turn around. Let me see it. Have you got a fanny? 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 Say, have you got a fanny? Have you got a fanny? Have you got a fanny? Let me see a fanny. Have you got a fanny? Have you got a fanny? When I see you walking down the street, I only wanna watch your fanny. That sweet, thick, supple meat, your fanny deserves a Grammy. I really like to double up, don't stop, don't want no whammies. Damn, that tight little cheeks look like you're smuggling Hammies. Have you got a fanny? Have you got
I get a chance, I sneak a peek at her family.
Have you got a fanny? 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 Say, have you got a fanny? 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 Look at your fanny. Have you got a fanny? This is fanny.
What a fanny. What a gorgeous specimen that is. Yeah, that's it. Pop it out. Yeah.
Yeah, again, that was Fams and the Hooligans, now just known as the Hooligans. And I wanted to try to originally keep this classy. And I said, man, I should probably change the music so it doesn't seem awkward because we do have a lady on the show. But I blame El Jefe for this. So, El Jefe, I'm going to toss it in your hands right now to bring some class and sophistication back to this show, please. If you would, please give us a dramatic reading.
This next dramatic reading is brought to you by the modern day poets, ICP and ODB. And this sonnet is called Bitches. Bitch, I don't talk about bitches, I'm fucking them. Please no fat bitches, I'm fucking slim. Unless it's one of those nights that I'm smoking my shit. I don't care how I'm fucking then. How much it costs. Big crackhead? Ain't trying to hear all those words you said. 5 minutes, bitch. I came. Fuck your name and where you came. I don't give a fuck, bitch. I will kill you. You, Shaquita. You, Belinda. You too, Passion. Bitch. Girl, you know I love you, but now you gotta die. Now you gotta die. Now you gotta die at any moment. Girl, you know I love you, but now you gotta die. Never wanted it like that. Girl, you know I love you, but now you gotta die. Now you gotta die. Now you gotta die. Girl, you know I love you. You bitches. Thank you.
That was the best one yet, bro. That was the best one yet.
Alrighty. So let's get on to the next match. Angela, you have the next match.
I do have the next match, and I'm greatly prepared for this. So the next match is from the Slam TV JCW days. That's when I started getting into JCW. I thought it was appropriate. So we have Great Muta and Nasawa versus Necro Butcher and Madman Pondo.
Awesome pick. Awesome pick. I've got a bit of history with a few of these guys.
Dish that tea. Dish that tea.
Well, Madman Pondo was the first guy to ever want to take everything that I had to give in the ring. And this was in 1993.
So that was back when he had the power bullet.
But so Pondo at that time was swinging, believe it or not, a trash can lid. And guys, there wasn't really a lot of hardcore wrestling in America at that time. And guys didn't even want to take this trash can lid from him. So, yeah, I was willing to take the trash can lid, and he was willing to take whatever I had to give. And that was the start of a pretty awesome friendship. And Necro Butcher, if you follow along in past episodes, my son's actually named after him. So that's how close him and I are.
Hell yeah. Have you met Nasawa?
No, I can't say that I have. If I have, it's my memory.
Yeah, he's one of those
And
guys that you'd see all around in like the indie scene in like the mid to late 2000s, but I haven't heard anything about him like recently.
yeah, if I have, it would have been in passing, and honestly, with my memory, it's very, very questionable. But not that I remember offhand.
I hear that. I know the Great Muda is recently retired.
Yeah,
within the last couple of years.
Muda was legitimately one of the people that influenced me greatly to get into the business. One of my biggest heroes growing up was a guy who was patterned, or Muda was a bit patterned after. There's the Mist. The man originally that did that was the Great Kabuki. And when Muda broke in, they tried to say that he was Kabuki's son to start with. And both were originally managed by Gary Hart. And Gary Hart was kind of the originator and the idea guy behind a lot of this.
Oh, for sure. So, Angela, what inspired you to pick this match?
Well, like I said, Slam TV Days, that's kind of when I first started getting into JCW. Like, I had seen some of it before, but they did the Tempest Release Party tour and came to Salt Lake City, and that's the first time I got to see JCW live and loved it. And then, of course, they had I think they had a couple seasons of Slam TV, and it was getting a little more accessible and stuff like that. So just good glory days. I really remember these JCW days, and I miss them a little bit. I miss the more hardcore matches in JCW, to be honest. But I mean, they're still doing good things these days.
Yeah, I for sure agree to that.
I think one thing that they're really missing the boat on, and this is me going out there saying it, is Mosh Pit Mike.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, where the fuck has he been at?
Yeah. We need Mosh Pit Mike.
The OGs are slowly starting to disappear, and it makes me a little sad.
And that's the point that I was trying to point out. So if anybody in charge is listening, Mosh Pit Mike is everything that JCW is. He grew and developed in front of the fans of JCW, the Juggalos and Juggalettes. And you can be all these thousands and thousands of gimmicks, but everybody knows and loves Mosh Pit Mike. No matter what costume you put on him, he is a JCW original. And as Angela said, he's missing right now, and the fans miss him.
He absolutely is. All my homies have been like, where the fuck is Mosh Pit Mike at? So it's a thing.
Yeah, pay attention, anybody in charge, if you're watching.
I'll even go as far out to say that the JCW tryout should be hosted by Mosh Pit Mike.
Yeah. I mean, that's how he came in, so that'd be fitting.
And not to mention, though, it's like the JCW tryout is all about getting over in 5 minutes? How long are the matches? 5 minutes, right?
2 minutes.
2 minutes? Okay. So you have to get over in 2 minutes, which is pretty rough. But here's the thing, though. Mosh Pit Mike is the perfect guy to host that because he's able to get these thousands of gimmicks over.
Yeah, completely.
I mean, good Lord, he got Chili Fry Chef over. I couldn't do that.
He had the fans chanting, "Head Chili Chief Fry Maker."
Exactly.
Okay.
He was legendary.
Yeah, and I can't say enough good things, and the reason being is, as we've said before, he started in JCW from the first gathering. He's been to every gathering, and he got his start in wrestling at the JCW tryouts and took it further and further in training, and then going back to the tryouts and then training and going and developed right in front of the Juggalos and Juggalettes' eyes. All right. This is when we say family. This is truly our family. This isn't for show, and it isn't just a catchy phrase that we use. That's our family, and you taking him away from us, you've taken a member of our family.
Yeah, for real.
And not to mention, he's a jack of all trades, behind the stage and on stage positions. Like, he can wrestle, he does security, he does like personal assistant sort of stuff. I mean, he could do basically whatever, you know.
Yeah,
so he's
I'm
a solid
sorry.
hand for like probably any production.
Yeah, I'm sorry to take away from this match in any way, shape, or form, man, because Muda and these guys are really, really awesome. But yeah, we got on the JCW channel.
I mean, you bring JCW up.
We talked about it. We love
JCW.
JCW, and like it should be talked about for sure.
I'm going to throw this out there. If anybody's artistically gifted or whatever, it would be. Obviously, you'd probably have to talk to Mosh Pit Mike about this or whatever. I don't know. But like, I'm just picturing a Mosh Pit Mike T-shirt of his face on a milk carton.
I'll make it.
Yeah,
Just make for sure.
As long as you get okayed by him, go for it. You know.
That's it.
Yeah.
I might want to wear it to the next JCW.
Yeah. One thing I will point out with this match and how great of a match of selection it is how many different people were innovators of their own style and taking it to that next level. Because when Muda hit the United States, nobody had seen anything like it. As I said, the only thing they could compare it to was Kabuki. But Muda, again, was on a whole different level than Kabuki. All right. And just, you couldn't help. They tried to present him as a heel to begin with. But he was so good, and the people were so amazed, they couldn't help but get over as a baby face. And then again, Madman Pondo, and the credential is he is the third. There was only 3 people that were doing death matches in America at the time. Axelrod and Madman Pondo. Okay. And so Pondo deserves that credit because he was an innovator with death match wrestling. Again, Necro Butcher, another innovator, and taking that deathmatch wrestling to a whole new level to the point that he's going to be featured on Dark Side of the Ring coming up in the next few weeks with Samoa Joe. All right. And a point that I think people are going to miss in that match is when the performance of it was done, Joe tried to be a dick about it. And you go rewind and watch this match. And when Necro Butcher was tired of fucking working and he decided to fight, watch what Samoa Joe's reaction was. All right. Anybody, please go watch that video. But what happens is when Necro Butcher decides, all right, you want to fucking fight? Samoa Joe tucks his tail between his legs and runs his ass back to the dressing room. And that's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
So that point, I do not want that point to be missed when we go into this Dark Side of the Ring here in a few weeks, because Necro Butcher was putting Samoa Joe over in this match. All right. He was working with him to make him look good. All right. Don't get it confused. But when it came down to it, and it really came down to it to a fight, Samoa Joe tucked his tail between his legs and went back to the dressing room.
Very, very true. Going back to the poison mist gimmick, you guys remember the kayfabe reason for the poison mist?
Go ahead.
Okay, so as it was described by, I believe it was Gary Hart, certain people and certain wrestlers are born with a certain gland in their throat. And before they throw the mist, they have to massage the gland to get the poison to start secreting, and that's where it comes from.
Oh, yeah.
Did you imagine that you were going to learn all this bullshit about this match, Angela, when you presented it?
I'm pleasantly surprised with the knowledge I'm gaining today.
Fountains of useless information you are amongst.
You know it.
And when we were talking about Pondo, I went to the 2001 gathering, and he actually is the only autograph that I went and got. Like I found him. I'm like, and because I saw him on old tapes, and I was excited to meet him. I was 15 or whatever. I have to see if I have it. I need to look for it. I had my program. I hope I still have it somewhere. I don't know. If I do, I'll put a picture up or whatever.
I still don't understand why they don't have like a pro wrestling like table or whatever at the gathering, because that just seems to be leaving money on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Well, most of the wrestlers just like walk around and gather anyways. So if you're gathering, you'll probably run into some of them.
Oh yeah, that is true though. But I'm just saying it'd be kind of nice, like right after JCW, it's like, oh cool, I've got to get like autograph picture combo or whatever.
That would be cool.
Oh yeah.
Well, I know not at the gathering, but lately Danny Moe's been setting up a little merch booth at JCW. You know what I mean? Like your own little off to the side. So at least that's one. That's a start.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you a funny story that goes along with Pondo and how death matches were developing, because I was fortunate enough to be around it as it developed. When guys would come in and they'd get blood, and if they weren't wrestling with Pondo, they'd come back to the dressing room and they'd walk past him and look at him, almost looking for like the thumbs up, hey, good job, way to bleed. And a little known fact, and there you go, the poison mist. Little known fact, I was the guy that taught Pondo how to swing the stop sign. No bullshit. Because at one point he was swinging it and keeping a hold of it, and it would just go thunk off of your head. And I explained to him, I'm a former percussionist in school, and I said, think about this like a cymbal. And if you let it go at the last second, this thing is going to ring out loud, and it's going to be a really big noise, as opposed to that thunk, which really fucking hurt. But yeah, at the release, at the last second of that stop sign, it makes that cymbal sound. And that's, I had taught him that. And yeah, I'll take that credit. But yeah, Madman Pondo, really, truly awesome guy. The first guy that wanted to do everything that I wanted to do in the ring. Necro Butcher, again, as I said, my son's named after the guy. So that's it. Angela, thank you for bringing this match. You have any other thoughts with it?
I don't really know what to say. It was a good match. I love that era. I miss Pondo and JCW too. Like, bring him back. That's about all I have to say.
Excellent. Why don't we play some more commercials of our friends and see what they're up to?
Hey everybody, I'm Gene Jackson, and I want to introduce you to the Retro Wrestling Archive Podcast Network and the great pro wrestling nostalgia podcast we bring, including the Retro Wrestling Review Series covering the USWA, Memphis Power Pro Wrestling, Continental Championship Wrestling, and we've just added World Class Championship Wrestling, and now ECW. Plus great interview shows like Beyond Wrestling with Rob Hell, where the stories go beyond the ring. Then there's Dangerous Conversations with the legendary Dangerous Doug Gilbert and Tommy Wildfire Rich. Plus, don't miss special live streams like Live from the Archive and Arc of an Angle. And the Retro Wrestling Archive Network is growing. We're proud to feature the affiliate shows like STS Pod, The Hang, Classic Pro Wrestling Talk, Get Your Bell Rung, and even more great shows are coming soon. But that's not all. Join the Retro Wrestling Archive Patreon for exclusive bonus content, early podcast releases, special extras, and access to a Google Drive that is absolutely busting at the seams with territory wrestling history, including our legendary Memphis Mega Folder. Podcast, interviews, watch-alongs, live streams, YouTube, Patreon, territory wrestling history. It's all waiting for you at RetroWrestlingArchive.club, where we're preserving pro wrestling history daily. Don't just remember it, relive it.
Oh, hey, Shovel and Precious Juggalos. Hey, I paint things, and I have merchandise. I have all kinds of stuff, like this, and this, and this, and that, and this, and these, and that. and this, and that, and this. Oh, and did I mention that I also do this?
All right. So for our last match of the day,
Yes.
JR, what did you bring us?
So, I also brought a JCW match from a very similar era, a couple years before this. I think yours was in 2007.
Yep.
Ish, and mine was in 2005. Now, I brought this. This one is special because I actually own a little chunk of this match. I'll wait. So this is the JCW versus TNA Battle Royal from the Gathering 2005.
I absolutely loved TNA from about like 2004-ish to 2007, like right before Hogan got in there. Man, it was amazing.
Yeah, I was a big TNA guy.
This is still when they did JCW during the day as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as you can see. So this has Too Tough Tony, A1, Abyss, America's Most Wanted, Chris Harris, Chuck Wagon, CJ Otis, Corporal Robinson, D-Ray 3000, James Storm, JC Bailey, Jeff Jarrett, Kid Cash, Lenny Lane, Ed Pondo, Mr. Insanity, Petey Williams, Rhino, Ron Killings, Samu, Shaggy, Terry Funk, the Blue Meanie, the Two-Tone Ninja, and Violent J. Oh wait, no, that was everybody. Sorry. But yeah, so this is for the JCW heavyweight title.
Plus, that was Jeremy Borwarash.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, beside Rude Boy doing the intro. And I have a lot of history with a lot of the guys on those lists. Yeah. That's insane.
That's funny. Man, and looking at the rest of the JCW, like that card. So it started with Lenny Lane versus the Blue Meanie. Then there was a hardcore match, Mr. Insanity versus JC Bailey. And then, let's see, Rhino versus D-Ray 3000. Ron Killings versus CJ Otis. What was it? Then one of the things, the two that really like caught my eye though, America's Most Wanted versus Too Tough Tony and Corporal Robinson, and then Abyss and Madman Pondo.
That's awesome, man.
Sound like really good matches.
Yeah,
Abyss and Madman Pondo would have been freaking wild.
Yeah. I might have to look and see if I can't find that because.
Yeah, I was around Chris Harris and Abyss quite a bit as they were breaking into the business. They came out of the Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky area. Both of them developed by a guy by the name of Roger Ruffin. And Roger, such a awesome guy and trainer. Roger was actually the referee at WrestleMania in Indianapolis, and he refereed Bret Hart versus Roddy Piper.
Ooh.
Continental title match, as well as Tito Santana versus Shawn Michaels on that card. But Roger Ruffin is the guy who developed both Abyss and Chris Harris. So,
Heck yeah.
He also talked about JC Bailey, and that's somebody who we lost way too young. We lost him in 2010, and he was a wonderful kid. I've known him since he was actually like a child. So him and his father used to come watch us wrestle in Louisville. But JC Bailey gone way too soon. And, awesome guy.
We also lost Joe in the last handful of years as well.
Yeah, Joe Bailey.
Yeah.
Man.
I think JC was actually on some of those Best of Backyard Wrestling DVDs, like when he was a teenager doing backyard stuff.
Yep. Yeah, then his dad opened up Bad to the Bone Wrestling in Bardstown, Kentucky. And that's where JC developed a lot with Madman Pondo. All of us really love JC. And, you can look up on online. There's a spider web death match, scaffold match between JC Bailey and Madman Pondo, where they did a suplex off of a scaffold into a spider web of barbed wire. And you want to talk about taking care of somebody, Madman Pondo did his best to make sure and take care of JC Bailey throughout that. And JC Bailey was safe. So I can't say enough good things about Pondo for that.
Yeah.
And JC Bailey would have chopped his own head off for the fucking fans, but Madman Pondo wouldn't let him do something like that. Pondo looked out for JC. So
I actually sent that match over to Angela last night. That was the Circus Death match from, I want to say, 2003.
Yep.
The original one, I think, was done in Big Japan. I think that was Ruji Ito versus Madman Pondo. That was the same kind of setup, but the spider web was between the second rope instead of the top rope.
Wow, what timing that I brought that up, man. Wow.
I know. Right minds think alike.
But yeah, JC was a really, really awesome person. Blue Meanie.
Yeah, Blue Meanie. Crazy how they got some Rhino right there too. Dropping eliminations left and right.
So, Angela, do you have any memories of the people that are in this match?
I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, I have lots of memories of like ICP and stuff, but I don't know about like on the wrestling tip. Violent J talked shit to me for not believing in Bigfoot. That's like one of my greatest memories of my life. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Was that during the Bigfoot seminar?
It was during like one of the Bigfoot hunts. Yeah. He was like, who believes in Bigfoot? And everybody raised their hand. He's like, who doesn't? And I raised my hand and he shined his flashlight at me and talked shit to me for like 10 minutes and said like, once we find Sasquatch, I'm going to get sacrificed because I'm a non-believer.
Yeah.
That referee right there, that's A.T. Huck. That's the first person to bring me to Detroit to wrestle in 1996. And that's who introduced me to ICP as well. So that's the guy who started it all for me, referee A.T. Huck.
Pretty sure I'm 2 for 2 picking matches with him in it because I think I did that week too.
Well, him and Malcolm Monroe were the guys who used ICP when they were wrestling, and I met them when they were wrestling. I didn't know that they were any kind of music or anything. Pops Malcolm Sr. told me that they were in a band, and that's all I knew from the beginning. They're in a band, okay. And yeah, until they brought me to the warehouse to wrestle on their shows because they had private shows at the warehouse. And that's when I got introduced to the Dark Carnival.
Oh, yeah.
Way back when they handed me cassettes to check out. Okay. Riddlebox had just came out. So, yeah. That's how far back.
So that's how I don't know what year I started, but I know it was before Malenko, but it was after Riddlebox because Riddlebox was the first thing I heard, but I knew who they were when Malenko dropped.
96. Yeah, 96 was the year for me.
Sorry, had to wrangle the commissioner.
Yeah. We gave him camera time before, and all he did was show his ass. So
now he's not on camera. He wants to. He's been active for the last 10, 15 minutes.
Yep. Remember me, guys?
Well, it's because he knows he's getting salmon tonight. I told him to get salmon after the show, and I started.
All right. He's like, take it home, motherfucker. Take it home.
As you see, Terry Funk wins, and the Violent J gets back in, and
he throws that jersey out into the crowd.
Which you were able to find on eBay a week later for $3,000 fucking dollars. Juggalo was given a deal.
Yep. It wasn't quite that much, but yeah.
Pretty close.
Yeah. Well, I actually bought like a whole stack of JCW jerseys. But, the rest of them were all like Kevin Gill, though, so I didn't hardly pay anything for the other ones.
Right on, man. Great choice.
Hell yeah. Ooh. So, we do we have any memes?
Yeah, I think the commissioner might have sent us something.
Huh.
1997. Lawler flies in Monday Night Raw to Louisville. Tuesday night, Louisville Gardens. Me and Brian Christopher and Jesse James. We live in Memphis. Lawler's gonna ride back with us. I get in the car with my 6-pack. I sit next to Lawler. Old Road Dog lights that joint. Passes it back to me. I hit that joint. Lawler said, "You gonna smoke that joint and drink that beer?" And the Road Dog says, "Yep, but we ain't gonna fuck no 14-year-olds." I said,
What did he say?
I was thinking to myself, God damn, because I see Jesse working for WWF now, and I don't. I'm thinking, God damn, why the fuck did you say that? So I look at him, he goes, "Drink your beer." I said, all right, because what can Lawler say the rest of the trip? We smoked pot, and Brian's in the front going, God damn. Shut the fuck up, but bless his heart. I was on the road for 2 years with that guy. And I was on the road for 2 years with that fucking fool, where he talked about his dirty dad and his shit that his dad used to do. And I'm about to tie into his ass in a few weeks. But yeah, I was on the road for the better part of 2 years with Jamie Dundee, and the stories that I heard, and we might hear more in the future, but yeah, that's Jamie Dundee right there.
Yep. So, does anybody else have memes that they'd like to share?
No.
Okay. Let's go into plugs. Hey, Angela, why don't you tell us about Cosmic Horror Show?
So, Cosmic Horror Show is my little business. I make merch for Juggalos. I wanted to make like more horror stuff, but I'm just so juggy that I just keep putting out more Juggalo merch. But yeah, so I have lots of designs. I have lots of cool stuff for summer. I have like full like swimsuits, yoga sets, jerseys, like all kinds of dope shit. I have some of my little stickers up behind me here because I didn't have a good place to put them.
Mm-hmm.
I also made the little Hatchet Man, the little Alex Jaffe Hatchet Man that you see in the beginning of the little show today.
That's fresh.
Heck yeah.
Very, very cool.
And where can we find you? We're going to be putting your links in the description, but why don't you tell us?
Yeah, so Instagram and TikTok, it's cosmic.horrorshow. Facebook is just facebook.com/Cosmic Horror Show. And then I have a dope-ass website, cosmichorrorshow.com. It just got a full, like, rehaul, so go check it out. Let me know what you think about it. And while I have the floor real quick, I want to do some shout-outs. So my homie, I'm wearing the shirt. You can't really see it. Wally Havoc. That's my homie who got me into wrestling. So I love you, Wally. He is on Spotify now. He has lots of stuff on Spotify. There's the White Cosby Chronicles. He is about to come out with a new album called Choose Violence. Make sure you check that out. That's my best friend. Also, like, mad props to Jess Jekyll, Pink Pandemonium, other Jug creators. I love you, motherfuckers.
Very
Hell
awesome.
Yeah.
Frank, where can we find you?
Well, real quick, I want to give a shout out to Gene Jackson and the Wrestling Archive, Retro Wrestling Archive. That's where you can also find our show there. He's got some wonderful content Also, check out Big Buster Johnson with KAW Kick-Ass Wrestling. August 1st, they've got a show coming up, and we'll have him on here before then and do a little chatting and hanging out with him. Again, Angela, hey, thanks so much for coming to hang out with us. You can find me as well at hashtag Gypsy for Life or hashtag Gypsy Crew. JR, what about you?
You can find me everywhere, JR Butcher, and then on Twitch every night, 6:30 EST. I'm at twitch.com/J_R_Butcher. And we've also started an AEW watch party every Wednesday from 8 to 10. We watch Dynamite. So come check it out.
And also don't forget to check us out at High Energy Motivational Performers on Facebook. You can add us there as well. Or if you're checking us out or not checking us out on YouTube, check us out on YouTube at Hemp and 420.
And you can find me on Facebook under Alex Jaffe or Instagram under Alex Jaffe Comedy. And if you're lucky enough during the recording day, you can find me at the Hook and Ladder Theater in sunny Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Right on, man.
Heck yeah. And I think that's going to do it for us. Let's sign up. But beforehand, let's give us a whoop whoop.
Whoop
whoop. Whoop. And hit that ninja vanish.
Hi, I'm Cliffy, and I'm here today to tell you about an amazing new product that I got that you want, that you need in your life. It's called Ninja Vanish. If you're like me, you get yourself in a lot of sticky situations. How you gonna get out of them? Who's got time? Who wants to deal with that? You need Ninja Vanish. Here's how it works. You're in the situation, you gotta get out of the situation, bam! Hey, where'd I go? You don't know, and more importantly, no one else knows. You piss your pants in your friend's couch? Ninja Vanish! You fart in an elevator? You gotta get out of there! Ninja Vanish! You walk into a gay bar? Ninja Vanish! Unless you're gay. You get in a fight with a hooker? She bite your tongue off? Ninja Vanish! You reference old things that aren't even funny no more? Ninja Vanish! You pull out too late. 9 months later, you got a problem on your hands.
Baby, I have something really important to tell you. I'm pregnant. God damn it!
Ninja Vanish! Your mom catches you jacking off.
What are you doing?
I'm using the bathroom!
Well, I'm coming in there.
No?
Ninja Vanish. You wake up next to a big girl in the morning that you don't know how you got there?
You was a minotaur last night.
She's got a dick. Ninja Vanish. Hey, and for the ladies, you can use it as well. It ain't just for us guys. You fart while your boyfriend's going down on you. Ninja Vanish. Alright, now I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. We can't do this all day. I'm gonna give you a month's supply of Ninja Vanish for $29.95. It's made in Thailand, so you know it's good. You also get this, the blow phone. A phone with a breathalyzer. You'll never drunk dial again. $40 value, absolutely free in the next 15 minutes. Hey, you've tried the other guys, now dip out with the best. Ninja Vanish.